Jake, do you like lists?
Depends on the list most of the times.
Well, I've been watching a lot of TikToks and weird random list things, and you know what? We're going to give it a shot. This is a blind ranking of 10 Buffalo Trace whiskeys that I know this man has tried. Before we get into the blind ranking here, I need to pour a drink. I need something other than water. So what am I going for? What am I going for? What am I going for?
Oh, blind. I can't do it. Can't do it. Got to have something other than Buffalo Trace products.
You know what I'm going to do?
I'm going to make myself hate myself.
Oh, God. You know what? I'm going to pour myself some of this. So this is really cool. He's drinking swill, and
oh, swill got me.
and I'm drinking this awesome Nashville Barrel Green Lantern 2.0 from Warrior Barrel Society, an amazing bourbon charity that we are a part of. We love them. They love us, hopefully.
They do amazing barrel picks.
Even though, you know, I'm hardly on there other than to post videos. Anyway.
Yeah, I feel that.
We're live, by the way. Anyway.
And kicking, believe it or not.
I kicked something once. Anyway, so we have 10 Buffalo Trace products. And I decided to go with a lot of them that are either available at the distillery on certain days or you can find around on shelves. So we're not getting into Pappy Van Winkle. We're not getting into the antique collection. We're not getting into Weller Millennium, Double Eagle Very Rare, OFC vintages.
Like to try that one.
So I'm just going to go down the list. You're going to think about it. You're going to talk about it, and then you're going to rank them 1 to 10, and you can go in any order. So the first one I mentioned, you could put it number 9 if you want.
All right. 10 being the best, 1 being the worst.
No, 1 being the best, 10 being the worst.
Okay.
Number 1 is the king. So,
the Prince of all sins.
So, number 1 is the Buffalo Trace White Dog.
Oh God, which one?
There are 3 different ones for all of you out there. He has tried all 3, so we're just going to group them into all 3, just them as a whole. And while this isn't bourbon, or technically bourbon,
it's whiskey nonetheless.
It is whiskey. It is whiskey.
Man, starting it off with a White Dog, one I barely remember. I have, I think, 1 at my house.
I had 1 at the house, and Matt Postlethwaite took it back to Wild Turkey to do some stuff with it. We have printouts of what he did, and it's kind of cool.
It is kind of cool.
We can't share that with you, but it's kind of cool. Anyway.
I don't want to go super high on it because there are so many good products from them, and I don't want to.
And you don't know what I put on this list.
I really don't, and that's a problem. I'm gonna go 8, just 8.
8.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because it is some. There are a couple that are good, and then there's one that is kind of meh.
Yeah.
And that'd be the rye.
So number 2, Weller Special Reserve.
Is it sad that I already regret that putting that at 8?
That's why I love this little blind rank. It's just, it forces you outside of your comfort zone. It's like, oh, what's next? What could be next? Is it better? Is it worse? I don't know.
Because when you can find it, if it's at MSRP, I generally grab it because I know it's not horrible, but I'm always going to prefer 107. I think it has a better flavor profile. It's got a better proof. We're going to go 7.
Go 7?
7. I hate myself already for this list.
All right, so next one. Ye Olde Blanton's.
10.
10? Oh my.
It's oversold. It's very artificial, you know what I mean? It is your standard, it's the end all be all, you know, we were all like that at one point. Blanton's was the king of
Blanton's
the hill.
was, you know, I was king shit if I had a Blanton's.
And now we look at it like literally Monty Python with a holy hand grenade.
I haven't drank, I'll be honest, full disclosure, I haven't drank Blanton's in a year.
I haven't bought a Blanton's in a year, guaranteed.
I've bought Blanton's for other people.
Well, when you can find them at the right price, I mean,
every once in a while you find them at Walmart up here.
For $55, and sure, it's worth having one just so you can, if something happened, you're like,
A Blanton's.
Yeah.
So, next up, let's just go to OG Buffalo Trace.
It is good. Do I think it's better than Eagle Rare? No. But it is good. That is my daily drinker for the most part. I'm going to put it at middle of the road. It's going to be 5.
Mm-hmm.
That is my standard daily drinker. It's traditional bourbon.
Okay. So what about, where the fuck are you going to rank Traveler since you put Blanton's at 10?
9. See, I forget that Traveler is a Buffalo Trace product because I always think Chris Stapleton and it's Tennessee whiskey. So
Right, Tennessee whiskey. Nope, it's his collaboration with Harlan Wheatley at Buffalo Trace.
If I could switch it already, I would. It'd be the lowest of the low.
It would be
no offense to you, Chris Stapleton, or Sazerac, or Buffalo Trace. It's just
the whiskey's not great.
It does not hit my taste buds right, and apparently, from what I've seen on the shelves, not a lot of other people's.
A lot of places around here sell it for 1 cent above cost just to move it.
And that's what you got to do. And women don't drink whiskey, and women are Chris Stapleton fans because of that song Tennessee Whiskey.
Tennessee Whiskey. So next we have Eagle Rare.
Yeah, that should have been number 10.
What, Eagle Rare?
No, Traveler. It's not good. I don't like it. I do it literally just to empty the bottle. And it's low enough proof that I don't have to worry too much.
Yeah, we're just drinking through it just to get that bottle emptied, but...
What is this again? I'm sorry.
Eagle Rare.
Eagle Rare? Ooh, it's definitely above Buffalo Trace.
So you got 1, 2, 3, 4 available. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6.
I'm going to go 3 because I think it is good. It is a lower proof. That's fine. It's a good drink, but here lately it has become increasingly more difficult to find. So generally when I do see it, I try to grab it.
Try and grab it if it's at the right price point.
Yeah.
If it's around $45-50, I'll usually pick one up.
I will too.
So anyway, next up on the list, I took one out of the Benchmark vertical. I took my favorite.
Full proof?
Benchmark Full Proof. Baby Stag Jr. For all you out there looking for a stag, can't find one. Yeah, it's going to be a little more youthful, but the flavor profiles I think are there. They really are.
It's missing time.
It's missing time. So 125 proof. Where you at, my guy, Mr. Putting Blanton's below Traveler.
I know.
I'm gonna give you shit for that for days.
You are
right.
That's fine.
That's okay, because next week we're doing. He's gonna get to be on this end of it with my favorite distillery,
and he's gonna hate himself too.
And I'm gonna hate myself because he can put any of their releases on that list because I've had them all other than the 150th anniversary decanter, which I mean only 200 people own that. So anyway, 2,000. It's a very limited number. Anyway.
I'm going to say 4 because it is not quite there, but the proof makes it decent for my taste buds.
Okay. So
and then you're going to throw out like 3 big hitters. I'm going to go, God dang it.
So next up is actually Sazerac Rye.
That's 6.
Sazerac Rye. Okay, comfortable at 6.
I feel real comfortable with that being at 6. It is a rye. It is a really good rye for me because it's a bourbon drinker's rye. It's not overbearingly rye forward. It has its sweet notes. And it's at a lower proof, so it's not really hitting the rye ballpark. It's a very drinkable rye.
It's drinkable. To me, it has a lot of bitterness to it. If you watched the Shelfer Saturday where we featured Sazerac Rye, only because it's now available at Walmart everywhere, at least around here it is.
Hang out at Walmart now and nobody buys them.
For $30. I thought it had a little bit of a bitterness to it, but Jake really enjoyed it.
I do.
I didn't recommend it, but he did.
As a bourbon drinker's rye, it's a good rye.
So here you go. You got 1 and 2.
Oh boy.
You got 1 and 2. E.H. Taylor Small Batch.
I feel like that's got to be number 2. I feel like there's going to be one more that you're going to say that I'm going to regret if I don't put it at number 1. It is like Buffalo Trace and Eagle Rare's slightly older brother.
I think it's better than I think it's better than Buffalo Trace, and honestly, I'd have to blind it against Eagle Rare. Eagle Rare has age on its side.
That's exactly where I'm at. Between those two, Eagle Rare and E.H. Taylor, it's kind of a toss-up. You're right, Eagle Rare does have age on its side, but E.H. Taylor comes with a nice tube. It's the Taylor tube, baby. It is
or should I say the Taylor tube?
The Taylor tube? I don't know. It's unique in its own way.
So, you ready to hear number 1?
Yeah, and I'm probably gonna hate myself. Go for it.
Ancient Age.
Yeah. Yeah. If it was ancient age, then I'd agree with you. But now you're gonna ask me if I could reorder that list. How would I do it, aren't you?
I am actually. That's the last thing. If you could reorder this list in any way, what would you do? If you knew what was coming, where would you put everything?
If I knew what was coming, I would probably throw Eagle Rare on top as number 1. Travelers would be number 10. Literally 9 and 10 would just switch spots. Travelers would be number 10. Oh, man. Buffalo Trace White Dog, I feel, is right where it should be. Honestly, the rest of these, I might flip Weller Special Reserve and Sazerac Rye as 6 and 7. So my list would basically go Eagle Rare. Honestly, with this list, I'd probably go Eagle Rare, then E.H. Taylor, then Buffalo Trace, then Benchmark Foolproof, and then Weller Special Reserve, Sazerac Rye, then Ancient Age, Buffalo Trace White Dog, Blanton's, then Traveler.
Okay.
Ancient Age is very meh at its core, but I've had Ancient Age before they discontinued it, and for some reason that just hit all the right post-it
I
notes
don't
for
think
me.
it's discontinued. I just don't think it's available in our area because they can still find it in the South. Maybe we need to go to the South.
Time to get my Confederate flag out and start waving it around, Dixie style down there.
So,
I mean, we're kind of on the cusp of the border of the South, really. I mean, the Kentucky lines are like
right there.
I could spit and hit it.
Right. So anyway, that's Jake's list of available or more available Buffalo Trace products, done blind and then reordered into what he would have selected.
Yeah.
If you like the video, go ahead and drop us a like over here. Comment.
If you really liked it.
If you really liked it, hit that subscribe button and comment what your order would be.
Yeah, I'm curious to see
in the
what
comments
you people
section.
think.
Do you agree with Jake? Do you think that Blanton should be number 1? Do you think Blanton shouldn't even be on the list? You know?
You said number 1. I'm like, what the hell?
I know. You stopped going for the drink. Anyway, thank you again for joining us. Yeah. Do the subscribe thing like you just said.
If you loved it, hit that notification bell.
Yeah. And come back next week where we'll be doing another review on Monday. Jake will be in this seat.
I'll be in your socks.
Yeah, he'll be in my, well.
I'll have to take my socks off.
You'll be doing what I did to me with Old Forester next week. We're going to blind rank Old Forester products, or I'm going to blind rank Old Forester products.
I'm going to have to start thinking of Old Forester products.
And then, as always, Shelfer Saturday, that following Saturday. So, until we drink again, guys, I want to thank you again for joining us. We do that every time. We do that 1,000,000 times on every episode. And remember, share a pour with your friends and family.
Because much like the movies,
Memories don't make themselves, guys. Cheers.
Cheers.
If you haven't checked out Warrior Barrel Society, go do that. These picks are awesome.